as I told you before, I recently took a DNA test. It was not what I expected, to be honest. So what I was expecting to get was around maybe 40 to 60% Spaniard, because I mean, look at us. It fits. I was guessing a little bit of probably British, France, kind of dabbled in there, so maybe like another 4 or 5% for each. So in total, averaging it out, 55, 60% European. And I was thinking maybe 10 to 15% mine. The rest would probably be like another 10, 50% Korean, honestly, is what I thought. Saw that there is a really big Korean community in Yucatan. So I was thinking there's probably some Korean in us as well because they migrated over. And because of there's Korean, the Koreans even before them were taken over by the Chinese or the Japanese. So maybe 7 to 10% Korean with 5% both Japanese and Chinese, around there. Maybe another 5, 10% would be African. African and Middle Eastern. So I got the results back. I'm gonna go from the least to the greatest because, you know, suspense. Lowest is African, which, again, not surprised, is what I thought. But only 0.9%, which was very small. Our African ancestors is from Gambia, and they likely lived between 1395 to 1455. That's a long time ago. Next up is South Asian, which is 1.8%, which is majority from India. And then it goes up to East Asian. Yeah, we are mostly Japanese. Now the weeaboo makes sense. Although, no, it's actually just like 1.6% Japanese. So not very much. It's that much. Yeah. Another 1% would be Chinese, of 3 different types of Southern Han, Northern Han, and Chinese Thai. Vietnamese, at 0.4. I'm not really able to see in the timeline where that shoots in. Going up again would be European, which we are at 15.9%, which is okay, but that's very small. With the Iberian Peninsula, which of course is where Spain and Portugal are, that's at 4%, so I was very off with my initial guess. 3% is British Isles, which is actually a big part of our history. Of what I could see, the British Isles goes from like 1520 to like 1770. So the British have a lot of mixing in there. If you remember, I mentioned India. Moving on from there, this is when we start getting into the mixed Americas. So from the least, it's 0.2 Puerto Rican. I don't think that's really makes sense. Again, it is 0.2%, which is right about the same amount that we have as Nigerian. And then 0.7 Colombian. Colombia. And we are also 9.3% Mexican. But my physical structures more fit the Maya. But we're only 9.3%. So far, the highest number I said before 9.3 was 4%. So we are mostly something else. Due to migration, it did fit. This group ended up staying isolated from a lot of others, and then went to Mexico later on. Where we mostly are is 68.2. So, you know, 2/3 is Peruvian, which is odd. But yeah, that's what it shows. The earliest ancestors that we have, that I have marked down, between 1370 to 1530, it's a lot, is just Peruvian. We don't know anything from that area. I asked Mama, and she was just as surprised. Both of our parents are partially Peruvian in some kind of way, because 68% is too much. So that's really weird, it's really strange, being able to see those different types of things. The Spaniards coming in and slowly crawling their way into Peru. We also see the British going into India, and slowly taking over. Anyways, end of the day, this is the giant map that I made for it. And there's no 19th generation, shows absolutely nothing. These little lines are little things that I made that is most likely connections. As you can see, there's a green is Europe. There's a lot of Europeans. Light blue is Peru. And there's a lot of Peru kind of staying by itself. So they're starting to finally start to mix in. Red is Mexico. Not a whole lot of Mexico, to be honest. Blue is East Asia. The darker blue, of course, is East Asia, which is mostly Indian, but also kind of dabbles into a little bit of Japanese and a little bit of the Chinese right there. It's weird and things aren't always as they seem. We are not mostly Spanish. We are not Maya. We're Peruvian.